Hello Leo, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting my videos by either watching them and subscribing as well, of course, and also leaving a comment or sharing the videos with somebody that you feel may benefit from the messages that come through these readings. That would be cool, and that is cool that you have done that. And also leaving a comment, so just let me know if how they resonate with you. That's really cool. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who has left a comment and or either on my page or on the in my inbox. So thank you for that. The other thing is, I just want to remind everybody that these reads are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, that's really awesome. But if it's not quite, if it's not quite resonating with you, then check out what your other signs are saying for you. Okay, so I'm about halfway through them at the moment. So this is for next week, Monday the 16th to Sunday the 22nd of August. So as you can tell, I've been a lot bit behind with these, and so it's just shifting my studio and clinic around has been a little bit interesting. So of course it takes up time and energy. So anyway, that's pretty much why. The other thing is where they're going. Okay, they're going nowhere really. I'm on the floor. Cool. So where they're going, so there's like a burst of energy. So where they're going, so I am just like, because I'm a bit behind, so there's going to be like a little bit of, I suppose, a review about the last couple of weeks coming up to today, because today is the 12th of the 12th of August 2021 that I'm recording this, and it's it's kind of like coming up to today. And on saying that, though, the messages that come through may be more, you may be like right now, maybe more pertinent to you now than next week, or you may be going through it. So like I say, just take what resonates, and it may be that it'll help you understand something, or pull something together for you, and or answer a question about where your intuition is heading for you, like is bringing up for you for the following week. Okay, so anyway, so here we go. 15. Oh, the chains. So there may be like the devil card. So that's not and I don't feel, don't be put off by the devil if this is something newish to you when I say that, but it's usually there's something like toxic energy that's around you, or you may be the toxic energy, or have been in a toxic situation where you've got mixed up in toxic energy, and it's like, and it may be that you had become a little bit toxic with something, or somebody's being toxic to you. But I feel because this is for you, there was something about like I say, where they go with it, that sometimes we can be influenced by someone's toxic around us, for some of you, not for all of you. And you may have been seeing that and are trying to release that and let go of that part of your life, or that part of you. And something may have come up where there's been a little bit of I suppose a tussle, a struggle, or something like that, where it's come back up again, and it's like, okay, now I need to work on releasing that part again, or another part of that that, because I feel for a lot of you, you've probably, by the feel of it, it's like you've released a certain amount, and then you've like you've moved on from that, and then something has popped up and it's brought up a little bit more for you to release again. So whatever it is, it's something about either a toxic relationships, not necessarily with a lover, with a partner, or in that sense, but it could be a partner within a business, within a workplace, or a friend or a person, whatever that is. It could be a habit, whatever that is something that's there. And with that being the first card, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's around you now, or it's brought that up or something is being brought up around it, or you're seeing it. So, and it's somehow, and even though it may not necessarily be you, you're like, maybe you've been caught up in a toxic situation or a toxic energy, and it's like, whoa, that's like, but on saying that, and then moving in, it can maybe affecting your financial state, okay, or your health, or your energy, or your family, okay, because here we have the Five of Pentacles. So it may be like, I'm hearing, because this could be like a financial setback, but it could be, like I say, to do with your energy, like lowering your energy, or depleting your energy. And I feel like for some of yous, it's like, but I feel like you're walking away from it, or you're moving on from it, or you figured it out. So it's just like, or because I feel like whatever it is, it's like you figured it out, you're moving it, and you're going to release it. Because here's the Three of Wands, it's here, and it's like, this is like, you have been hanging around for a little while with that, or sitting on that for a bit, and waiting for the right moment to do or make your move. And this card is saying, like, in a way, it's time to get off your butt and do something about it now. Because the only way you're going to make change is if you walk away from something, or you take action to move away from something, or move towards something, depending on what that situation is. So I feel like this is moving towards something that it lifts your energy, raises your vibration, so you're able to, like, what they're talking about here, be in a better space to, take care of all your needs and wants, desires, and that sort of thing, and build a beautiful, amazing future for you, or continue with that, or hop into it, or just like, so you can leave that side. So it's focusing on the positive rather than the negative, and on saying that. Ace of Swords here, which is like their sense of victory, and this is about honor and truth as well, I'm hearing. Connected with that, being in your own truth, so breaking free from these chains here that bond you to whatever it is that you're not letting go of, or you may have just let go of. There may be an inkling of it still there, and you maybe not drawn back into it, just a smidgen, or a bit more than a smidgen, or you're reviewing it in some way. But this Ace of Swords is talking about honor. I'm hearing with it, honoring yourself, on your truth, being in your truth, speaking your truth. But there are some decisions, and that's kind of like where they're going for a new beginning. Because look at these beautiful, like, baby dragons. They're born. They're born, and they're born. Well, when I say born, they're born. They've grown into a space where they've cracked out of their eggshells now. So there is a new beginning, or not. I don't want anyone to say new reborn, because these dragons aren't reborn. They've come brand new out of an egg. So on saying that, that what I'm hearing is like there's some new beginning in the way that you're thinking about things, and how you're making decisions, and that sort of thing. So and moving forward, but it's more you're stepping up and stepping out of yourself. So and then there was the Page of Cups underneath that one. So the Page of Cups is, the pages, they move, they're looking at something new, a new adventure, a new possibility, or a new way of being, or a new idea. But this Page of Cups is like exploring something new in the way that he's feeling things, is what I'm hearing here. And he's feeling like there's more than one way to feel, in the sense that I don't have to let myself feel this way. I can shift whatever it is that I'm working on, and allow myself to move it towards something, or make a change in the way that I'm feeling about things. So there's this emotional side there that is like, I feel like is shifting with you, and allowing yourself to experience something new outside of what you used to, be given, have in your life, and how to obtain or attain it, with relationships, family, whatever that is, business, work, career, all sorts of things in that sense. So it's really kind of like cool, like, the energy is really like, encouraging you to, to take some steps into stepping into, or out of something, or away from whatever that is. So the number 14 here is balance, and it's right in the middle. So it's kind of like, this is what I'm feeling. It's like, it's more interesting that's right in the middle, because this is balancing everything out, you know, and it's the key, it's the centerpiece, and the centerpiece is generally comes into our heart, or in this area, our heart chakra, and or our solar plexus. It depends on what you know, but most of us, you know, we're working from a heart-centered place, but when we're balancing, get our emotions that can connect in with there, and we're in a nice high vibration, or, you know, vibrating really nicely and in alignment, it's like things start to go right. So I feel like that's like, as you're moving along, you're starting to figure that out, and it's like bringing about more balance, because I feel like a lot of you can feel it, that you've just been, maybe some of you've been a little bit stubborn in going this way, or making it, you know, or taking a step and a peek in here, or moving in this direction, or whatever it is, or releasing that, you know, or decluttering something or some things. Could be some ones with that one. So then we have the 10 of Cups, because it's like there is something there that is like, it's waiting for you, and, you know, that happiness, that everything's coming together. This one here talks about like success and contentment with everything, you know, emotionally, with family, you know, with family, pretty much, with even like friends, but within yourself. And because here's everybody, the family is all there, all together around the table. Says there's, you know, there is an abundance of everything, with, you know, in there. It's like there's food, there is, you know, there are people there are families, there is, what else is there? All your senses can be heightened. It's where they're talking about that abundance in that way. So everything is going right, or going not so much right, whereas that's not the right word, but it's moving in a direction where it pleases you, basically. Wow. And look at all the rainbows, you know. There's abundance in everything, in all of those cups. So it's like within every area of your life. Going back to this Prince of Cups, Page of Cups here, I'm like, there's something there where, you know, whatever has happened that you had mistrusted, and, well, there was not mistrusted, that you had trusted, and there was mistrust there, or somebody's like deceived you in a way, because it's like now where they're going, it's not letting that get in the way. And I feel like you may be feeling like, because this High Priestess is in reverse, but when I picked it up and hold it to you, it's not. But when I put it back down, it's in reverse to me. So what I'm hearing there, it's like sometimes when there is, you know, something has happened, we don't trust our own intuition. So it's like, this is about you trusting your intuition. Because this, oh my gosh, it was up the right way. I'm saying that one is like, but it's like, because the Cups is about building relationships, you know, with ourselves, but also with others as well, but on an emotional level, basically. Well, that's how they took it to me. So it's kind of like there is something there that either you, where you don't have, something's happened where you are not trusting your own intuition at the moment, or, you know, or for a while. And that's like, so I feel like there's something to do with, obviously, something that's happened in there, and it's got something to do with that, because it's like, I feel like sometimes that toxic side of things, because it's like there's a repetitive pattern, and it's like, and it may be that you get into toxic relationships, you know, or relationships, for instance, that don't that are not very good, that don't, you know, they're not very healthy, you know, they're not very good, you know, to the human being, you know, to the human spirit and the human soul, or any soul, whether you're animal or human, basically. But anyway, so it could be something like that, where you keep going back into these sorts of places. And so it's now about you discovering and, you know, allowing yourself to move and to make different choices, basically. So therefore it's like, you know, you're not feeling like you can trust yourself or trust your intuition, which is yourself, basically, your higher self. But there is something here, you know, that I feel like, you know, there is like you're there now, but it's like, oh, you know, and there's something new that's coming, but it's not like, it's like, okay, I don't trust my intuition. That's basically where they go. But I'm going to turn that around, because I feel like, you know, we all have intuition, you know, and And if this is about you bringing or finding that balance, once you get that balance back, you turn that around and you start like dealing with some things, you'll start to, and listening to yourself, and well, I've been there too. Sometimes I've made a decision, it's like, damn, why did I do that? And then it's like, but it's usually, so I try not to make, especially major decisions. Like, this is the key, is not making major decisions when we're in a funny space. And it may be that it's maybe some advice, or maybe needing to wait for a little bit longer before you make a certain decision. So I meant to do this one here before, and like do the overall energy. And so here's the Hanged Man and the Eight of Wands. So whatever it is there's something here, is like the Hanged Man is turning things around, and taking another look at it. Because you may be able to turn something around. The other thing is, as to add on to that, is like turning or shifting that, or looking at it in another way, is like turning things, not just around. Okay, they keep going, turning things around so you can see better what it actually is. So basically, looking at things from another perspective, and sometimes we do, and when things are looked at, like say up, or things have been tipped upside down, that is usually when we see, okay, what went, why did, what made it, or how it got to be that way, and what do I need to do to shift it, to change it, to better it, or to a solution basically. And then we have the Eight of Wands. So there's something about moving like now, and just doing something, because the 8 is for me is a now card, 7 is for me, and a lot of others is a turning point. So there's something that's a turning point there, where it maybe there was some deceit, or there was some mistrust with yourself and or somebody else. That's something that's turning around. But it's like this Page of Cups is talking to me, and it's saying, like, this is about you, like, looking at whatever it is that you're wanting to do that's new, shifting into like that space of intuitively, like listening to that, because things are shifting, and our intuition, of when we listen to it more, it just heightens, and it becomes more sharp with it. We've just got to like take note of it. And sometimes, like, I'm hearing, like, sometimes we could be that too, quite sharp with it. It's like we might, we don't always listen to it or take action. It's like, darn. But this is about you're not beating yourself up. This is about, okay, I'm going to, whatever it is, going to take more notice of it. There also is somebody that I feel like for some of you, that is around you, that now is, that is, you're maybe more wary of them because of that mistrust. Because you don't trust them. And that's so it's just listening to your intuition. And I feel like this one here is like, there maybe for some of you is like that heightened intuition about what's going on, because look, there's the 10 of Cups, and then you've got the Page of Cups. So whatever, there's a cycle that's coming to it'll come to an end. It's like in fruition, like everything's come together, and this is where you are. It's like nicely, everybody's together on a nice emotional level. Basically, everybody's kind of happy, they're content, you're all together. And things are moving along really well. There's abundance in all areas of your life. The Page of Wands there was like, Page of Wands, the Page of Cups is like there, and it's like, okay, time to get moving, time to like, look at new adventures, or looking at and the adventure could be, like what, where to now, and where's our family going, and it's just like being content basically, but also being, aware of this deceiving there, or whatever is going on. I keep hearing mistrust or deception basically with those two key words with that one, which is often what that's about. But listening to your intuition basically. Cool. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. So there may be something like that that's going on for you. So if this resonates with you, I'm just going to pull a card. Okay, yeah, cool. Love is the greatest power of all. Greatest power. Look, know, and be it. So these are messages from Archangel Michael. You probably won't see that because it's a little bit faded now. Basically, if you're in a nice... And it may be a little bit challenging to be in that love vibration with some things sometimes that are going on. So it's like sometimes we just have to like just do it. And it's a little bit like, you know, some people say, oh, you shouldn't fake it till you make it, but it is like sometimes we just need to, in this instance, it's like faking it till you make it. It's like when you look in the mirror, and I remember doing Louise Hay's exercise many, many years ago, and I was reading her book, and I thought, right, and one of the things, the first things, well, not the first thing, but she talks about when the exercises is going into looking into the mirror and doing those positive affirmations and like saying to yourself, I love and approve of myself. And of course, when I first did that, I thought it didn't feel right. It did, because I wasn't like in that space as per se. And, you know, how often do we actually look in the mirror and say, I love and approve of myself? So, and, you know, so I kept saying it and not really believing it at first. And then after a while, you know, didn't take that long, I started to realize and started to feel my energy shifting, because I was shifting and changing the way that I was speaking to myself and looking at myself, you know, in that way. So I do, you know, and so that's what I mean by like, you know, sometimes we just have to fake it till we make it. And then it became more that I actually do mean that, or did mean that back then, and become that I did mean it, and I still do mean that on saying that. So just saying, and because some of you out there might think, oh, you won't did it, but go on about faking it, and it's like shifting your perspective with that. It's not for everything. Of course, there are some things that, you know, it's not good to fake. However, you know, this is one of those times when, on a therapeutic way, it can help. Anyway, give yourself time to heal, which is where, you know, they're kind of going, because whatever it is that's going on for some of you, it's like I say, this is going to be a totally different story with this whole flow that has come through here for you know, for some of yous, for all of yous, because, you know, you've got different things going on. I'm just looking at this, you know, there's chains here in the high priestess there, like intuitively you know how to get yourself out of that space. Intuitively, you know, and then there's the Three of Wands over this way. There's like, you know, moving on into these new beginnings, basically getting your bum off the seat and then moving there, but like making changes, because this is really where it's at, is bringing that, finding that balance in there. Oh gosh. Anyway, I hope that helps. Like, you know, some of you might feel like, oh, this is, you know, blah blah blah, but it's kind of like I feel like it's really cool, because it's actually, you know, there is something there that is working, and you're working through whatever it is, and there is movement there. And, you know, and this is like, yeah, like I said, this is for like coming up for next week. In a way, it's like they're timeless. It just depends like how you see things, because it may come up in this reading in a year's time, and it may be the thing you need to hear right then. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye and for now, and I'll see you next week, and we'll see what unfolds for you next week, and it may be something like really, really that extends off from this. So anyway, God bless you and God protect you. My guides and my spiritual team will leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement and adventure, and prosperity and abundance. Okay, bye for now.